Hello and welcome to Maths with Jacob. This lesson will focus on rounding off decimals worksheets. This video presents a few slides so we can practice rounding off decimals. Now earlier on we had a lesson on this topic, so if you're not sure what to do or you've forgotten, on the last slide there is a link and it will take you to the lesson. So just click on the link and it will explain how to do everything. So basically there are some simple rules we have to follow. For example, if you look at 56.79 and we have to round this off to one decimal place, that means in the answer we need one digit after the decimal point. But what you have to do, you have to look at the next one to decide whether this digit here stays the same or we increase it by one. Now, the rule is, if this digit is 5 or more, increase that one by 1. So that's a very simple and straightforward rule. As far as two decimal places go, in the answer we need 2 digits after the decimal point. That's when we have two decimal places. You look at the third digit. So if you need two decimal places, you look at the third one. Is that 5 or more? Yes, it is. Increase that by 1 when you put your answer. For 3 decimal places, we need 1, 2, 3 digits after the decimal point. You look at the fourth one. So you always look at the next one. Now, if this number here is less than 5, just keep those 3 the same. So you do not increase this one, keep it the same. So that's a very straightforward rule. So it's exactly the same with those 13 there. You'll always look at the next number, and that gives you a hint what you should do. Let's look at the next slide. Now, here we have it expressed to the nearest tenth. That's just a fancy way of saying to one decimal place. Okay, so again, one decimal place means you only have one digit after the decimal point. Look at the one after that. Is it 5 or bigger? Yes. Increase that by 1. To the nearest hundredth, that's a fancy way of saying 2 decimal places. So in the answer we need 2 digits after the decimal point. And to the nearest thousandth, that's a fancy way of saying 3 decimal places. So always look at this one, and that will give you the hint what to do with that digit there, whether to leave it the same or increase it. And all these are exactly the same. So finally, if you're still not sure what to do, when you go to the next slide, the one after this one, there is a link, and if you click on that link, it will take you to the lesson and it will explain how to do these exercises. So this video has given us a few slides where we have some exercises where we can practice rounding off decimals. So in this particular lesson, it's either 1 decimal place, 2 decimal places, or 3 decimal places. And the trick is to always look at the next number, and that will tell you what you have to do with the last digit. So you always look at the next number. So if you're going to 2 decimal places, look at the third digit. If you're going to 3 decimal places, look at the fourth digit. And that's all you do. So good luck with it, and I think you'll go okay. And as I said, the link on the next slide will take you to the lesson.